views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio, harnessing our connection with the universe to effect change for optimal success and happiness. Are you looking for direction with your relationships, business, purpose, or simply life? Well, you're at the right place. Named one of the country's top psychics, Eve now brings her insights and gifts to this weekly hit call-in show, joined by visionaries, leaders, gifted others, but mostly you. Get ready for a slice of life's journey, Eve's objective guidance, tarot, readings, and the momentum you need to move beyond whatever crossroad you're stuck at. Now here's your amazing host, Eve.
Hello, welcome everyone to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio, harnessing the power of the universe for happier living. My name is Eve, the MBA psychic from Elite Tarot, and I have been looking forward to this show all week. Thank you, Benny, for piloting this ship, and many thanks to one and all for tuning in. On today's show, we're waiting to hear. We are having our guest, Janie Boisclair, known as the Clairvoyant Gourmet, talking about connecting with spirit through food and recipes and providing tools on foods we can eat to help balance our chakras. And also for those more mainstream than metaphysical, explain what chakras are. Plus, we're going to be doing readings, hopefully together. So if you'd like to connect with a loved one who has passed, particularly in connection to recipes, mealtime plannings, or chakra balancings, as well as get a tarot card reading from me, give us a call. When I heard about my guest's particular gift and how she connects through all of her senses, including taste and smell, I was intrigued. While there is still so much that I just do not know about our connection with the universe and spirit, I know how messages come to me, and I hear how different that is from person to person. Plus, what is more universal in terms of the strongest memories that we share than with our connection to loved ones around food? I don't know if you're like me. However, food has played such an integral role in the times of the greatest communication and memories that I have. I always try to think of a tarot card that best talks to this subject, and the answer was immediate. And for those who are familiar with tarot, it might be a little surprised. The card is the Five of Pentacles. Now, people may be surprised as this card is such a dreary-looking card. You have two individuals walking, or rather trudging through the snow. One individual is on crutches with a broken ankle of sorts. They're walking parallel to what seems to be a welcoming place of worship, community, support group, or anything hopefully serving hot chocolate and cookies. When this card appears in a reading, I may attribute it to feeling disconnected from a person's purpose and the struggles that entails. However, I may very well attribute it to the need to form a connection with spirit on your terms. One of the very first phone readings I ever did as a tarot card reader was for a woman who had lost both of her parents and over the years had lost the feeling of connecting with them. This is the card that came up then, and it comes up a tremendous number of times when asked about deceased loved ones and forming a connection. You see, I look at this card, the Five of Pentacles, and see that the two individuals are looking for the entrance to the place of welcoming warmth. Rather than feeling powerless, as if we are the two individuals in the cold, I look at it as if we are the welcoming place of warmth, and we just have to get the attention to welcome them in, perhaps to put a proverbial sign out open the door, and basically direct spirit inward with whatever message system works for you. Perhaps write a letter and leave it by the window one night. Burn or shred it the next day. Do any messages come forth from within? Attribute a sign to a loved one who has passed, and then see how you see that in other places, such as finding a dime, button, or penny. Set an alarm to go off at a particular time of meaning. Stop whatever you're doing for a few minutes and just say a silent hello. If the relationship was challenging when the person was alive, you can always open the channel where great healing can occur. As I said earlier, there is so much we just don't know about our connection with the universe, and that's okay. However, I do know that we are not alone, as love is the highest vibration and energy there is. I can't wait to hear of suggestions and ideas from my awesome guest, who again is Janie Boisclair, known as the Clairvoyant Gourmet. And we are going to be doing readings together later on in the show. So if you're interested in having a reading done from us, give us a call at 800-930-2819. So let's get this party started, and let me tell you a little bit more about Janie. Janie Boisclair is a rare 5C clairvoyant, which means that all 5 of her senses, sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, are clear channels to the spirit world. Janie connects to loved ones who have passed primarily through her sense of taste and smell, since for years every reading she's ever given had some type of food element involved. Through her readings, she brings back missing ingredients, lost family recipes, joyous mealtime memories from the other side, and memories that need to be revisited for therapeutic reasons. She can, as we talked earlier, also give insight on what foods are needed to balance your chakra energy system. You can learn more about Janie on her website, clairvoyantgourmet.com. Welcome, Janie, to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio.
Well, hello. Thanks for having me today. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is. I am so excited that you are here, and I have so many questions that I want to ask you. But
Wonderful.
my first question is, how did you realize that you had this particular way of connecting? Because I have to say, on the one hand, it's a little unusual, but on the other hand, so many of our memories are surrounded by around the dinner table. So it makes sense.
Absolutely. And that's really how it came to light for me. I've been doing readings for a number of years. We won't say how many those are. But early on in my reading program, I was seeing how when relatives particularly would come through and speak to their loved ones that were here on Earth, they'd always start out with a reading that said something like, do you remember on your 6th birthday when Uncle Billy knocked the birthday cake off the table when you were blowing out the candles? Something that brought that person here on Earth to a fun memory of an event that was family style and contained food. And so I kept realizing that they would open the door with these food memories to bring not only softness and loving thought instantly, but also a bit of calmness for the person who was about to get the reading, because there's familiarity there. There's no way that I would have been there. And they recognize right away that they are speaking with their loved one. So I think it starts for me with those beautiful readings as a way to calm a person down so that they can hear the messages that follow. And basically, every single time that you bring food into a reading and a food event, if you're doing a reading face-to-face with someone, you literally see the color of their face change. You see their expression change. You see them light up. They sit up. Their whole posture shifts, and their whole attitude changes because you come back to this beautiful, loving spot in your life, and it brings happy thoughts. And so when I started realizing that, wow, this is really strong and impactful because it not only calms people down right away, but it brings loving thoughts into them immediately, too. So then from that point, when I started doing readings, I specifically would ask family members or spirit guides even, give me a message for this person related to food, something that will make them smile and understand who they're speaking with, but also something that may help their health through a method, through a food product. And so as a result, I've been really fine-tuned into the whole food thing for a while now, and that's evolved even into being able to see someone's chakras clearly and determine which food can help to clear their chakras to help heal their bodies and help connect them to spirit closer and things like that. The whole food thing has just been a blast, and I love the healing entity of it.
It is a very joyous element to work and to your work, and I can totally hear that in your voice. And we're going to definitely get to chakras in a little bit, but now you also track down recipes, and how did that kind of evolve there?
And that's really fun, too, actually. I had somebody say to me, she was talking to her grandmother, and she said, I've been trying to make this thing that my grandmother made. It was like a bread pudding, a vanilla bread pudding. And it was her great-grandmother's recipe that the grandmother used to make. And she says, I would love to know, what it is that I'm doing wrong. And the grandmother came through and said to her exactly what she was doing wrong. She wasn't putting sweetened condensed milk in there, and she needed to add a can. And so as soon as I said that to the granddaughter, she says, oh, my God, I remember that can on the counter. I remember making that with my grandmother, and she had a can of something on the counter. So that was how that began. And then since then, my gosh, I've gotten like full, complete recipes. And even I had a really cool reading about a month ago with a gentleman that called me from Canada. And he said, I used to go to this restaurant. I used to get this really great spaghetti. And he goes, I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but I remember where it is. And I remember how sensational it was. I've opened my own restaurant now, and I would love to put that recipe on my menu. And so he gave me the name of the person he thought, the first name of the lady he thought owned the restaurant. So I said, okay, well, let's meditate on it. Let's do a little session, see if we can get her to come through. Well, the lady came through and remembered him and gave him exact details on the spaghetti sauce, exactly how long she cooked it, what she put in, how to taste along the way to make sure it tasted, amazing throughout. And then she goes, and by the way, always serve it with this garlic bread, and told him how she made her secret garlic spread recipe. And so now he has it on his menu at his restaurant in Canada. So I thought, wow, what a cool thing. That to me was just really, really cool.
Oh my gosh. And off air, I got to find out the name of this restaurant to go visit it.
Yeah, I'll get
delicious.
it. I'll get it and post it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that story. We're going to just take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit more with my guest, the Clairvoyant Gourmet, Janie Boisclair, and we'll be doing readings later on in the show. You are listening to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. We'll be right back.
Dr. Bree Gibbs is a fourth-generation high priestess with the knowledge to raise your vibration in conscious creation, offering a wide variety of services from goddess light and shamanic healing seminars to private reading sessions. Bree works with you so you too can stand in your own power. Isn't it about time you took your life into your own hands? For more information about Bree's services and products, visit silvergaia.net. That's silvergaia.net.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days, because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, Send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
Registration is now open for the 25th Annual Woman of Wisdom Conference. Join the fabulous presenters from around the country on February 16th through the 20th. If you believe in raising the feminine spirit and transforming our world, then this conference is for you. Get your tickets now. One-day and full weekend passes are available. For more information about presenters and tickets, visit womanofwisdom.org. That's womanofwisdom.org.
Hi, this is Leslie Fontaine, and my show is Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com. When we're bogged down with our emotions, the hardships that plague us in our relationships, at work, our finances, we literally can't see the higher plane where we could be operating from. Tune in to Leslie Fontaine, Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Tune in to the Angels and Answers Psychic Radio Show with clairvoyants Artie Hoffman and Sky Siegel every Thursday for a 2-hour show, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Transformation Talk Radio. Artie and Sky deliver spiritual and motivational messages with passion and a sense of humor. Call in 800-930-2819 for live and on-air readings. Visit artiehoffman.com and skyofangels.com.
You, yes you, can be the highest version of yourself. Wellness coach and natural beauty expert Dr. Agnes Frenkel is on a mission to help you play the game of your life. Win in vibrancy, health, and beauty. Because you deserve it. Dr. Agnes goes beyond the limits in her personal coaching sessions to revolutionize health and wellness. Now is the time to unleash your true power. For more information, visit dragnesfrenkel.com.
Welcome back to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. I'm Eve, the MBA Psychic from Elite Tarot, with my guest, the Clairvoyant Gourmet, Janie Boisclair. We are going to be doing readings shortly, so if you're interested in a reading, give us a call. And I have more questions for you, Janie, but before that, can you please share with our listeners how they can reach you if they would like to schedule a reading themselves?
Sure. You can hop on my website, clairvoyantgourmet.com, and I've got a phone number there. I've also got a booking system there. I offer a variety of different types of readings, whether you're looking to figure out what's wrong with you and you need some different food ideas for healing, whether you're looking for just a spiritual connection and guidance in that realm, or if you want to connect to a grandma or get a secret recipe ingredient, or there's a whole bunch of options there. So if you're not sure what you would like for a reading, go fish around on my website, have some fun, and see what tickles your fancy.
Love it. Now, I would really love to know about the chakras that we can eat to help, or the foods we can eat to help balance our chakras. But as this show is a little bit mainstream, a little bit metaphysical, can you give a little overview of what the chakras are and then how what we eat affects them?
Well, and on the mainstream level, the information that we have about our chakras and how they work for our body, it's all very scientifically proven, and it's actually been scientific knowledge for the last 100 years. So this isn't new information as far as what the chakras are for in the body, but what is new information is how you can eat certain foods in order to help fine-tune them. So there are 7 chakras within the body, and those are the ones that I primarily work with. There are others on the outside of your body all the way up to the heavens, but for me, I concentrate on the ones within the body because I like the food connection to the chakras. So if you picture, say you're looking sideways into your body, right, into your side, chakras are like little wheels that start at the top of your head. There's one between your eyebrows. There's one at your neck, one at your breastbone, one just under your breast, one at your belly button, and then one at your crotch area. So those 7 are all a different color. they spin energy inside your body, and they're connected. That energy is connected to a variety of organs and systems and emotions that run your body. So what science has found is that those little energetic wheels pump beautiful energy, healing energy, into all of the areas associated with those particular spots. An example is like the sacral chakra, for example. That's the one just below your belly button. Its color is orange, and the things that it works with is your adrenal glands, your bladder, your prostate, and your ovaries, kidneys, gallbladder, but it also regulates your immune system, and it increases your creativity level and your sexuality. So when you're looking to feed those items in your body, say you're having bladder infections all the time, or and say you're having a problem with your immune system, you're always catching things. So you would look at the sacral chakra and find your item that you're trying to help in that category, and then look to the color. And the color of that one is orange. So then you look to all the orange food families, whether it's a fruit or a vegetable, whether it's a spice. Look at all the orange and start filling your body with those orange things. And so what I put on my website to help newbies and help people really understand how simple this is I put what the 7 chakras are with a color map so you can see what colors they are. And then I also put what organs and what emotions that they're connected to. Like the third eye chakra is the one that's between your eyebrows. And that one helps regulate things like your thyroid and your pancreas and your reproductive gland. But what it does for emotion is it sharpens your awareness. So if you were looking to do, maybe you wanted to really understand a project you're working on or really get some clarity on something, you'd look at the third eye chakra and you'd see that the color is purple. And so if you were to add grapes or eggplants or purple potatoes or cabbage or anything purple into your diet, you would be boosting that third eye chakra so that it becomes clear of energy, clean energy. It gets rid of any garbage you might have collected in there. And it helps all those organs function so that you can come to a clarity level. So it's a really cool system where food helps you to derive the emotion that you're looking for in your body, and at the same time, it keeps your organs and your systems healthy. So a lot of people use this to not only sharpen their spiritual guidance, because the crown chakra is all about connecting to spirituality and connecting to your guides and understanding your intuition better. So for the crown chakra, it likes white things. It likes things like coconuts and potatoes and garlic and anything that's white. So you can play with the food categories to fine-tune your emotions and your emotional levels and things you might be wanting to create, manifest in your life. At the same time, you're keeping your organs healthy and your systems healthy, or you're correcting things that are going wrong in all of those organs and systems. So it's a double bang for your buck.
I love it. And I'm looking on your site now. And again, that's clairvoyantgourmet.com. And
right.
clairvoyant is spelled CLAIRVOYANT. And I see you've got that Feed My Chakras. And wow, there is so much information here, which is just great. And it really spells it all out.
And it's pretty easy. And literally, you can feed every one of your chakras within one shake in the morning or within a salad, literally, because there's so many fun things. And I just have small examples. I have 5 or 6 items for every color. But when I was deciding which items I wanted to put, so I was looking on the internet at how many things are white that we eat. Oh, my gosh, there's hundreds. And you don't expect that. So use this as an idea to get your mind wrapped around different things, but then go look on the internet at all the different foods that are yellow and all the different foods that are red, and really expand where you can go in your daily meal. And this isn't about a diet, because it's not regulated by, you need to eat this much every day and all that kind of thing. This is more about throwing the things into your body in these color sequences.
Janie, are you still there? Oh, sorry, we lost you for a second there.
Hey, what'd you miss?
You were just saying it's not a diet, and so it's because it's not regulated. Although, as one who, this is just going to confess it between you and me, but I used to love Oreo cereal in the morning. And so when I think of, when you were saying eat more white foods, I'm thinking, ooh, sugar, icing, and marshmallows. But I imagine it's finding that balance. Sugar
is white and marshmallows are white. So you are bringing white into the family. It doesn't have to be a vegetable and a fruit. It's the smarter thing to fill your body with those things, obviously, for reasons outside of, you got to have those fun things as well. But it's not a structured diet. But what happens as a result is when you feed your chakras, and your chakras are all aligned and in tune because they're receiving some of all of this little family of colors, then your body will actually regulate itself and put you at the weight you're supposed to be. And myself firsthand, I lost over 20 pounds when I started eating this way, not on purpose. And I was still eating my potato chips because potatoes are white.
Right.
So I was still eating, potato chips and ice cream. Ice cream is the vanilla bean, and the vanilla bean is great for the throat chakra. So it's just, eat things in moderation. But it did actually regulate my weight, and slowly over the year, I lost 20 pounds, not by trying, but because my chakras were all balanced. So my body didn't need to carry extra weight. So it put me at the weight that I actually should have been at. So that's
fantastic.
Another little bonus. Yeah.
And, I always talk about the fact that we all have our own individual power towards accessing our own truth, connecting within ourselves to our purpose. And just as there's no one diet that is perfect for absolutely every single person, every one of us are such a unique composite blueprint. And it's up to us as the ultimate consumer so often to try to find what program works the best for us. And that makes a whole lot of sense what you're saying. And I love that it worked for you there too.
Let me tell you something really cool about our brain. Your brain will tell you what you need to fix in your body. And how you'll notice what it's saying to you is if suddenly you are craving oranges, or you're eating blueberries like crazy, or suddenly you just feel like you need to eat a salad every day. When your brain tells you that you want a certain food, look to see what chakra that is, because you will very likely see what's happening either in your system or organ or in your emotion. And 9 times out of 10, in fact, I should say 10 out of 10, because I've never, ever had anybody say to me yet, I got this craving, but it was the wrong, subject matter.
Yeah.
It's really amazing how our brains will tell us exactly what we need through our cravings. So,
oh my gosh. No, you are speaking my language. I love it. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be doing tarot and mediumship readings, connecting with food. So please stay tuned. You are listening to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio with my guest, Clairvoyant Gourmet, Janie Boisclair. We'll be right back.
Come in. Well, look who's here. I haven't seen you in many a year. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do?
Are you searching? Looking for a sign? A message you need to hear? From the great unknown, from the most mysterious place that is the most familiar to your soul in the depths of who you are. The universe put someone here to talk to, someone God gave a blessing to, that you may find insight with. TheAngelLady.net, 1-800-323-1790.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
Is traditional medicine not working for you? Do you still feel as if your health isn't 100%? Here at the Holistic Medical Center, Dr. Nushin Darvish and the qualified staff look through the dimensions of wellness and start a healing plan prioritized to your needs. Our physicians assess the whole you until complete health is achieved. Get the help you need by visiting drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
Hi, this is Leslie Fontaine. Many of us have patterns that have been long held in our field. We attract the same energies, take the same jobs, go to the same toolkits of experience and survival. That is a lot of what patterns are about: security, safety, and survival. Even if they don't work, at least we understand them. But destiny, even the word sounds boundless. It comes from your soul essence, a completely different place. When we listen to the guidance coming to us, that is where it is taking us. Let's go. Are you ready to shift into your best life? Visit lesliefontaine.com and let's talk about unfolding all that you want to be, do, and have. You'll find sessions, audio products, classes to help remove the blocks and move you into your potential. And listen to my show, Sheer Alchemy, on Transformation Talk Radio, Wednesdays at 10 Pacific and 1 Eastern.
Where you've been, but it really doesn't matter. Grab a chair and fill your platter and dig, dig, dig right in. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, hired a band. Goodness sake, if I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How did you do? How did you do? How did you do?
Welcome back to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. I'm Eve, the MBA psychic from Elite Tarot, with my wonderful guest, Clairvoyant Gourmet, Janie Boisclair. You can learn more about Janie and book a private session through her website, clairvoyantgourmet.com. If you're interested in finding out more about me, you can go to my website and book a session at elitetarot.com or mainstreammetaphysicsradio.com. So let's get to calls. Just so listeners know, for me, I have a candle on, which is my signal to open a session. And before we begin readings, I always like to start with a small disclaimer that we are not doctors, lawyers, therapists, or realtors, and a reading should never be taken as a substitute to seeking guidance from a licensed professional. So, Janie, are you ready to take some calls?
I am, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, then let us talk to Holly. Holly, welcome to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio.
Thank you. This has been so interesting and fascinating with the food and the chakras. I'm a foodie, and I love to grow my own food and cook. I have a degenerative retinal disease that it was single gene causation genetic that I was born with. Yeah. And it leads to blindness. And I still am, I'm at 53, I'm still sighted, I don't drive, and I have adaptive technology, and I use a white cane so I don't fall down, but I actually have enough vision to cook and grow food, so that's great. And I just, I guess a couple things I was wondering. One, what does the tarot kind of say what's coming up for me? And anything maybe about this. I sometimes, forever was in denial, and then I was thinking, I'm attracting it because of my energy, and I've kind of come to a point where I just make the best of it and am happy, and do the best I can. So I wondered if I could get any information around that. And then also what foods, or if you can see any chakras that are out of balance, and what foods I may use to bring those into balance.
Absolutely. Well, let me just quickly start with the tarot. Is the card that I pulled for you, Holly, is a really wonderful card, and it's the Ace of Cups. And aces are all about beginnings, and cups are all about the heart and passions and love and all of those things. And you see and hear a hand coming out from the universe bringing a gift of this beautiful cup where you have a waterfall of water. And I have a feeling probably water is important to you because it also represents all of that movement. And so it's basically about, this card is really, instead of trying to look inward to kind of force yourself to think, okay, I'm missing something, what's next, is really to allow the universe to provide an open door for you, which then is less work on your part and yet can yield something that exceeds your expectations. But if we kind of limit that to just what is in your brain right now, as fantastic a brain as it is, there may be more. And so I always say, you know, I'm in a bit of a type A town. And so when we see a closed door, so often we're trying to say, how can I open that door? How can I pry that door open? Whereas from a universe perspective, when I see a closed door, I say that's the universe saying, go to a different door. So allow yourself to see, note what your red flags are, but allow the universe to provide those open doors, because it can lead to that movement, which is that area that you're kind of been seeking right now. Does that resonate with you?
Very, very much.
Oh, I'm so glad. Janie, what do you have for Holly?
Well, I'm definitely getting the third eye chakra, which is the one that's between your eyebrows. And there's a few things that I'm getting for that with you. Blueberries, 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 blueberries. Do you like blueberries?
Oh, my gosh, absolutely. And they're interesting. In my research, they have something called proanthocyanidins, which strengthen the vascular system that feeds the retina. And then during World War II, they gave it to the German soldiers to help with night vision. So this is so spot on.
So I'm getting blueberries and kale. And for you, it's really anything that's in that blue family, bluey, purpley, eggplant, plums, and there's even things like purple cabbage and purple peppers, but stay in that family and add a lot of that to your diet. And, you know, you can make a really creative blueberry kale shake, literally, and make something that tastes yummy so that you can add that to your diet. But what I'm getting is that there is a bit of cloud there, and the cloud is right behind your eyes, which totally makes sense to what's happening. So if you can pay some real attention to the foods that boost the third eye chakra and keep that chakra clear, you can definitely not only maintain the vision that you have, but also it'll start to do some preventative stuff for you to keep you at that level and, you know, not have you go any worse than that. And something else I want to tell you, because I really got a hit on this, was if you wear clothing that matches the chakra colors, when you really need fortifying in your body in a certain area, and you put on a shirt that's a blueberry color or an eggplant color for you, it will help you to boost that chakra level. And I'm saying, like, don't wear that every single day. But if you were to wear those clothes colors, knowing that you're wearing them to give that third eye chakra a boost and add these foods in at the same time, you really can make some significant shifts, like relatively fast for yourself in clearing out that chakra.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and best of luck to you. And I have to say that I definitely get very positive. Your positive attitude is what is keeping this at bay for you. And so keeping that positive attitude in play is really a success path for you in dealing with this. So keep it up, girlfriend. You're doing a great job.
You're awesome. I so appreciate you guys both. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And please let us know how things go.
Definitely. Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much for calling. Let us take our next call, and that is going to be Mira. Mira, welcome to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio.
Hi, it's Myra from New York.
Oh, Myra, I'm sorry. Hello, welcome, Myra. Thanks so much.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks so much for calling. So, tell us a little bit, is there anything that you have a question about, like guidance on, or just a general reading from us?
Just a general reading.
All right, excellent. What I'm going to do is I'll get to do the tarot, and then we're going to take a quick break. If you'll hold on, and then we'll get to Janie's reading, because I don't want to cut that short at all. And the card that I got for you, Myra, is the Five of Swords. And now this is a card about choices. Fives talk a lot about choices, and in here there is something that has been you've been putting so much effort and energy, time, blood, sweat, tears, everything into it. And if it's just not yielding the result you want, it doesn't mean to continue battling it further, but recognizing that if you decide to kind of put down the swords and just walk away solely to seek out that happiness, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's okay for it to feel sort of bittersweet. And it's also normal that people might say, hey, Myra, why are you not fighting this anymore? It doesn't mean that you're wrong. So look to what is important to you in terms of seeking out your own happiness, but recognize that it comes with a mix of emotions, but only you can be true to yourself, what is authentic to you, and where your joy is. But it is that time of making those choices. It's like, how much longer do you want to invest emotionally into something if it is not yielding the results that you want? Does that resonate with you?
Yes, it does. There is something I have pending, yes.
Excellent. You know, it's normal to have kind of like a mix of emotions with it, but ultimately it's honoring yourself, letting your inner child be that GPS, although you still have the keys to the car, and know that you deserve to be happy, and you need to and you deserve also to pursue that happiness, which does require making those choices, and then even though. And then anything that comes after, even though. But just because people may say, oh my gosh, how can you not be so involved in this? It doesn't mean that you're wrong to make those choices to seek out that happiness. Myra, I'm going to ask you to hold on tight because we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to hear Janie's take for Myra and reading for Myra. So we're going to just take a quick break. You're listening to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. We'll be right back.
Brother bought a coconut, he bought it for the time. His sister had another one, she paid it for the lime. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank and poured up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank and poured.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran access consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere, with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Badili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com, and sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
A word of caution: if you prefer the status quo and you are not interested in improving every aspect of your life, this book will trigger the shift out of you. The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens is available now. Author Colette Steffen brings the powerful knowledge and life-changing energy and empowerment from the radio airwaves to the pages of her new book. To get your copy in paperback or ebook, visit thetruthisfunny.com today.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
Get your monthly dose of self-awareness and mindfulness. Learn spiritual regeneration with visionary leader David Carshare in Becoming a Sun Radio, emotional and spiritual intelligence for a happy, fulfilling life. Explore the unknown regions of the emotional experience and set them free with David. Tune in once a month to Becoming a Sun Radio with David Carshare on The Dr. Pat Show and Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit davidcarshare.com today.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics and guests.
Coconut, she drank and poured up. She put the lime in the coconut. She drank and poured up. She put the lime in the coconut. She called the doctor, woke him up and said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor."
Welcome back to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. I'm Eve, the MBA Psychic from Elite Tarot with my guest, Clairvoyant Gourmet, Janie Boisclair. Now, before the break, we were talking with Myra. And Myra, are you still on the line?
Oh, yes, very much. I'm here.
Excellent. Janie, I was just wondering what you picked up for Myra.
Sure. Well, very interestingly, goes hand in hand with your tarot card. Because what I was getting was that her solar plexus, which is right above your belly button, it's a beautiful yellow color, solar like the sun is how I like to remember that one. And what I was getting was that her solar plexus, if she were to infuse more yellow into her diet, as in bananas or corn or pineapples or squashes or even things like yellow tomatoes and lemons and anything yellow, that what that would do for her, it would increase her recognition to make good decisions based on her current wisdom and power. So what that means is recognize the power that you contain within yourself and the wisdom that you have. And that wisdom will help you to make the decisions you're needing to make to go one way or the other, or, you know, what you see for your future as decisions. So when you feed your solar plexus, then you add all that yellow into your diet, it's going to help your brain to make better decisions in regard to this particular subject. So what I was definitely seeing was the solar plexus could use a boost. It's not dark or anything like that. It's not clouded, but it could use a little boost of sunshine, even sitting outside in the sun to receive that vitamin D that you get from these different foods and vegetables, or wearing a yellow shirt would definitely help you out. But adding that yellow into your diet is going to help you to increase your self-power and be aware of your self-energy that will allow you to make really strong, positive decisions for yourself.
Very good. I will do just that. That sounds so doable.
Myra, do you have like a lot of yellow? Do you wear yellow? Do you have yellow foods handy? Or
I don't have a lot of yellow clothes, but I do eat a lot of bananas actually.
Good.
And that's probably about it. But I can totally expand that diet. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that'll not only help your brain, but the other thing that works with, just for your knowledge, is your pancreas, your intestines, your liver, your bladder, your stomach, your spine. Helps your metabolism. So besides the feelings of wisdom and power, you also get all those little areas in your body that get a little boost as well.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I love it. Myra, so good to hear from you. And thanks so much for calling.
Thank you both. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Good thought.
Let us know how things go.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Janie, I love your style, and and I truly appreciate how it's not so much, this is what's going on and you need extra guidance from this, but rather tools that you can do yourself to better connect within your own self and your own strength, as well as your own connection with spirit and loved ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the cool thing about feeding your chakras is when you have all 7 chakras are cranking really well, you know when you receive an intuitive hit. And an intuitive hit meaning when your intuition tells you something, for all you mainstreamers out there, when your intuition tells you something, because we all recognize that, you know that you are dead on in moving in that direction. You are spot on in what you're thinking. So when your chakras are all aligned and cranking really well, and clear of energy, you know when your intuition tells you something that you should react to it. Now, for those who are looking for a more spiritual vibe, your crown chakra, which is all the white stuff, helps you to connect to your spirituality deeper. So if you're wanting to be able to connect deeper and you're wanting to dive in heavier in your spiritual side, start bringing in some of those white foods into your diet and notice the difference of your connectivity. It helps to regulate your sleep. It helps to regulate all your biological cycles, and it connects you to spirit at the same time. So it's a brain booster. So whether you want it to, join in with the rest to keep your body healthy, or whether you want it to connect you to spirituality, you've got a tool right there of just adding some white goodies, and it could be salt, and it can be sugar, and it can be, any of the coconut or any of the white things that you love. But you have an option of fine-tuning spiritually or just fine-tuning on a health level.
And then, of course, people can go to you to get more information, to find out where their chakras might be needing a little bit of a boost, just in case we're not totally tuned in within ourselves.
Absolutely.
And what goes into a reading in for looking about your chakras?
Well, what I first do is I connect to your spirit guides, and sometimes they're family members, and sometimes they're angels that you have had assigned to you since your birth. And I ask them to join me in showing you what you need best, because sometimes it can lead me right to food, but other times it'll lead me specifically to organs, and then I can see what actually brought the issue to that organ in the first place, because it might be an emotional something that needs to be fixed, in conjunction to power housing it through the food method. So you'll get some clarity on why and what is happening if there is a physical problem, as well as some guidance on how to straighten that out, what you can do for yourself to help straighten that out. And then also, if you want to connect to a certain loved one and you want to grab a fun recipe that you miss or something you've been figuring out how to cook, that's also, a fun thing within a reading as well. But basically what we try to do is supply support from not only our spirit guides, but our family members, and tie that all in to a health level related to food.
Excellent. And you can read more, you can hear more and book a session by going to Janie's website, which is clairvoyantgourmet.com. Janie, we are going to be closing in just a moment, but will you please come back, first of all?
What a pleasure. A lot of fun coming to your show. Love doing the tag team tarot work. That's a beautiful thing, and I would be delighted to join you again.
Oh, I love that. And before we close, what is next for you on your ever-evolving journey?
Well, a few cool things. I'm in the process of creating a cookbook, which is all recipes that I've channeled from the other side. And some of them go back 8-9 generations back, so some really unique recipes. And I'm also working on putting a TV show together where we can tell people in public and they can watch on TV how to not only connect with their loved ones, but also how to bring the food aspect into their life so that they can self-regulate a little bit and have a little hand in how their health goes for their future. So that'll be fun, too. You can get details for all of that on clairvoyantgourmet.com and reach out to my Facebook. And I'm totally accessible, so feel free to reach out to me.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And so we're going to be having to have you come back to when those things start going forward.
Sure, absolutely.
Wow. Well, Janie, again, thank you so much for being part of the show today. And, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to our delicious show on Mainstream Metaphysics Radio. Benny, thank you so much for running the show. And thank you to one and all for tuning in. I am so honored and grateful to be able to do this show each week. And I look forward to next week's show. Please join me every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, with peace and love and gratitude. See you back here next time.
You've been listening to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio with your host, Eve. Join us Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com to harness the power of the universe for optimal success and happiness as Eve continues to take metaphysics mainstream. Until then, learn more about Eve and Elite Tarot at EliteTarot.com. That's EliteTarot.com. See you next week.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.